Okay, the 4 characters of your brain and how to have a brain huddle. This is like the Cliff Notes version of it. If you want to get really deep into it, it's based off of the book called Whole Brain Living by Jill Bolte Taylor. Okay, and if you want a Cliff Notes version PDF access, then send me a direct message and I'll send you that link. Okay, so 4 characters of the brain, 2 hemispheres. In both hemispheres, you have thinking tissue and emotional tissue in the limbic brain. So hold your left hemisphere. Left hemisphere thinking tissue is character 1. This is the part of you that has a to-do list and lives on a schedule and is very matter of fact. It's the part of you that judges good, bad, right, or wrong. It's the part of you that feels like it needs to be in control. So I encourage you to name it because Jill Bolte Taylor encourages you to name your characters so you can start to have brain huddles. Okay, so my character 1 is called Sassy Sally because I can get a little sassy when I'm in control. Okay, so character 2, right? Hold your left hemisphere, but go a little deeper into that limbic brain, right? That's the emotional brain. And character 2 is the part of you that feels threatened, gets into that fight or flight mode and needs to defend itself. It gets scared. This is where you feel fear, sadness, grief, anger, right? All of those like emotional states is character 2. So I call mine Protective Penny because I know she's just scared and she's trying to protect us. Okay? Character 3 and 4 are in the right hemisphere. So touch your right hemisphere. So character 3 is emotional tissue, right? So go into the limbic brain on your right side. And character 3 is the part of you that lives in the present moment, right here, right now, right? It's the part of you that wants to play and exudes joy and lives in gratitude and loves to have experiences, okay? So I call mine Little Lizzie because she's my inner child. And I let her run the show, like she runs my life, but then I'm in my adult body making confident decisions. So touch your right hemisphere. Right hemisphere thinking tissue is character 4. Okay, this is the part of you that feels connected to everything everywhere. It sees the bigger picture. It's that observer self. It's your connection to your highest self. It's another way I like to say is God consciousness, right? Have you ever taken psychedelics or any kind of mind-altering substance that you feel just like in the state of euphoria or nirvana or enlightenment? That's character 4, right? And so it's like paying attention to that part of you, observing all the other characters all the time, right? It's that part of you that sees the bigger picture. So I call mine Queen Elizabeth, right? Because she's like sitting on her throne, like observing everything. So those are the 4 characters. And now how to have a brain huddle. Okay, so Jill is like so brilliant and she used the acronym BRAIN. So B stands for breathe in the present moment. The R is recognize out of your 4 characters which one called the huddle, right? So if I'm having a brain huddle right now while I'm explaining this in a video, that's going to be my character 1, right? Character 1 is very matter of fact, is very like to the point. I got this, I'm giving information, right? And so I'm recognizing, okay, character 1 called the huddle. And now the A in brain is appreciate all the characters, right? So I'm bringing all the characters, kind of like, I see it like a board meeting, you know, we're all on the table here. Everyone has a voice. And then the I in brain, I like to say investigate a choice or a solution, right? And what does that mean? So if there is something that I need to make a decision on, right? There's choices that I have. And so I actually tap into character 4, who can see the infinite potential of possibilities that are available to me in every moment. And we say, okay, well, which one is our preference? Which one is the best solution for the decision we get to make, right? If it's a problem or an area that has room for improvement, then we're going to acknowledge that and say, okay, well, what can solve this, right? So that's investigate. And then the N in brain is navigate. Navigate the choice or solution that you chose, right? Okay, and start to take action on it, right? So, for example, how to have a brain huddle. A good example might be if I'm having an argument with my partner, right? So I'm having a brain huddle. We're talking back and forth to each other. It's like that moment to have a brain huddle. Breathe in the present moment. Recognize which of my 4 characters is the one arguing, right? And that's going to be character 2, getting defensive, right? Wanting to be right and proving that the other is wrong. Okay, and then A is like, okay, come on everybody, all the characters, we're gonna appreciate all of you. I want everyone's input. Okay, I'm gonna investigate, what are my choices? I can keep being defensive. I can just stop saying anything and I can just listen to what they have to say. I can give my partner a hug. I can step out of the room. Lots of choices in that, right? I could go journal. That's a big one that I like to do. So that's the options that I have. Okay, and then N is navigate. So I'm having an argument with my partner. I'm taking a moment to have a brain huddle. Which one feels the most charming? Probably giving him a hug and then just staying quiet and listening, right? And sometimes when we're in that place of like defensiveness and wanting to be right, it might be hard to give your partner a hug. And so then I would want to step out of the room, but verbalize like, hey, I'm triggered and I need to just take a moment to have a brain huddle and step outside. And then I'd like to give you a hug after I take a moment to myself. So that is how I would have a brain huddle if I'm arguing with my partner. So reach out to me with your areas that have room for improvement. And I would love to help you discover how to have a brain huddle, what choices you have, and how to navigate them. Okay, take care. Adios. Namaste.